There are crypto trends that will 30x this year, turning the right coins into generational, life-changing wealth. Look at Arkham. I talked about Arkham a little bit ago, and since then, its price has been trending upwards, but I suspect it's gonna go much, much further. One reason is it just has such clear value. Arkham shows you who owns what in the blockchain, like companies, countries, ultra-rich people, you name it. And every time their data is referenced in an article or video, they get some nice free advertisement as a result. But there's another hidden reason why I like this project. Arkham is in the right trend, which is what this video is all about. Crypto has trends that people jump on. They look for solid coins piggybacking these trends, with solid use cases, with solid branding, and when all those various boxes are checked, we see massive, astronomical pumps in price. But of course, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna get into the bull run too late. You're gonna dump your money into the wrong trends, into the wrong coins. Bad idea, you're gonna lose money. But if you do know what you're doing, the profits are basically unlimited. Check out these recent trades. 23% gain in a few days, 54% gain in one day. We're consistently racking up wins like this over on the Fanova Patreon because we get how trends work. Even our members are getting in on it. A nice 10% gain following along on a Matic trade. A massive 152% win. Every one of our trades is posted in real time so members can follow along and see how possible it is to consistently win. You can check out for yourself, link in the description. Just make sure you join a spot before it completely fills up. Now in this video, I'm gonna take you through the 4 trends that will get the most attention this bull run, as well as the specific coins within each trend that I'm personally watching. The first trend that just sits at the heart of all of crypto. It's been here since day one and it'll be here forever, whether you love it or you hate it. More millions have been made and lost in this trend than any other. This trend is insane. You know what it is? It's memes, meme coins. The trend is as volatile as it comes, but there are some projects that I'm watching within this space. And one of those in particular capitalizes on a trend within a trend, trendception. Unless you live on a rock, you've probably seen this guy running for office, getting sued, and apparently farting in court.
Donald Trump is actually farting in the courtroom.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. Whether you love him or hate him, he is a trend, which brings me to Magga, the meme coin. Magga is Trump's entire trend within meme coin form. Its price has been all over the place, of course, but the more waves that Trump makes, the more Magga will likely respond. Combine that with a bull run and you're looking at some serious potential. This is an extremely good example of the power of trends. It's as obvious as can be that if Trump wins the election, then the Magga coin will pump dramatically from its current market cap of a few $100 million. But this isn't a good investment. This token will not have any long-term future. Its price will likely always just be all over the place wild. Frankly, it violates a lot of principles that make up an A+ meme coin. This is simply an example that I wanted to use for the power of trends. This is purely trend-based, and it was able to manage a couple $100 million in market cap and could very likely go higher, especially depending on what happens with Trump in the election and the next few months. Now, the next project I like for a very simple reason. Meme coins, they thrive on 2 things: community hype and meme potential. Take a look at this. Cockinu. Like, it's funny. Cockinu has some great price action. One big wall of green. It's had ups and downs from its highs back in March, but it's still here. People are active, they're involved. Its market cap is not huge whatsoever, just over $100 million. There's plenty of room to grow. This is one of those coins to check out when memes start trending. Every meme, it seems to have a different angle it uses to gain steam. One thing that you can, or any investor can point to and go, that's it. That's the reason why people like this one. Magga, it rides those real world waves and chaotic nature of Trump. Cockinu, it has a great name that can be appealing and a little bit jarring depending on the person. However, I do think that that name will limit this coin from getting massive broad appeal because it's a little bit divisive. Like, Coinbase will never list that coin, so there's probably a cap to its growth, but it seems like it still has some room to grow. And of course, some of those OG memes, they just thrive on image alone, like Doge or Pepe, Shiba. The problem with those is we're just too late. They're already massive and they're still risky. Like, you don't want to be in the massive coin that is still risky. That's low upside plus a lot of downside. But there's another one that I like, SNEC. Now, I've personally invested and I've partnered with them to assist in branding and marketing. So full disclosure, I'm affiliated. But SNEC, it's got a great name, great image, great person helping them out, and even better community. Like, the community here, I've talked about this before, it's insane how strong this community is, just go check out their Twitter. You'll know what I'm talking about. Go in their Discord. You'll know what I'm talking about. SNEC had a huge pump in March and has since stabilized a little bit. Its market cap, it's still tiny compared to mini memes despite having a lot more to offer. It has real world licensing like their SNEC Energy and actually tools that people use every day like their stake pool or their instant token generator. The easiest way to think of SNEC is like a community owned, decentralized brand. Imagine like if Red Bull was community owned and operated. That's the big goal. Like, that's the guiding star. Now, of course, it's still a meme coin, very, very high risk. It's not an investment. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This isn't financial advice. Nothing in this video is safe. Nothing. The majority of your investments should be in safe stuff, like an index fund. But if you have a few dollars that you're willing to risk and, shoot for the moon, then it could be worth checking into some of these projects that I talk about today. And on that note, let's look at another trend. Solana ecosystem tokens. These are so hot right now. The focus here is interesting projects with simple use cases and strong industry connections. Throw in some compelling price history and you're gonna have bait for any investor to bite down on, especially the newbies who come into the market once things are hot and they're like, okay, where am I gonna go? They're gonna go, within one of these trends, which brings me to Pith. Really nice price climb in March, which has since stabilized a little bit. People seem confident in this project, and I can totally see why. It's tied to a bunch of exchanges and projects like Binance and Bybit. It's a tool that provides accurate data to blockchain projects and financial institutions all over the world. The thing about crypto is there's a lot of prices and a whole lot of information that needs to be communicated and needs to be communicated instantly and accurately. If it's not communicated properly, then someone's gonna lose money and someone's getting in trouble. So of course, this isn't a totally new idea, but that's fine. We don't need totally new ideas. We need better versions of existing ideas. We need ideas that actually make money, that actually solve problems. This is a tool that's needed and companies are willing to pay for this tool and for this data. Right now, it has several $100 million in market cap. I think that it can go a lot higher. Again, just put yourself in the position of a retail investor chasing bull run trends. You see Salana coins popping off, but maybe memes aren't your style. That's fine. You want some real utility. Boom, there you go, Pith. But we can go bigger. There's another project that I like for all the same reasons and then some. It has room to grow, great project, great connections, great use case, great price history, great team. It's Render. At a few $1 billion in market cap, it seems high. And it is, but I'm bullish on Render. I think that they've only just gotten started. But if you want a good return, get in sooner than later because it already is fairly high and this thing could pop off for a few reasons. I hold some Render that I bought a little while back. I posted it to my group. I plan to hold this medium term. Here's why I see potential. First, it's a trending ecosystem. The Salana network, people are absolutely just throwing cash at these projects. You can imagine some meme investor making big profits on a Salana meme. They got lucky. And now they want to go a bit safer, but they don't want to get out of crypto entirely. They're going to choose a project like Render for the use case because it just makes sense. It's that logical box being checked. And for a second affiliated trend, it's also within the AI space. Now, I spoke about AI coins on one of my previous videos. Yes, this is absolutely a massive trend. Yes, it's taken over the largest companies in the S&P 500, and yes, it'll do the same for crypto. It just hasn't happened yet. The AI crypto market is tiny compared to the stock market, like 1,000 times smaller. But what exactly is the use case of Render? It's essentially a decentralized GPU provider. That just means that users can join and they can earn money by renting out their computer's idle compute power. The idea is to then use that compute power from tons of different computers and users to build complex models and AI programs and all kinds of things that take a whole lot of compute. Very solid. I like the idea. It's actually solving a real world constraint, which is, the lack of compute. The world literally cannot get enough compute power. That's why NVIDIA is so massive. Another project I'm a fan of that's within the Salana ecosystem is Rweave. If you've been following me for a while, you'll remember this one. Rweave is a decentralized storage network. Similar to how Render pays people to rent out their computer's GPU, Rweave pays you to rent out your computer's extra storage. This has allowed them to build what they call the permaweb. It's an ultra-secure, decentralized storage platform. In terms of price action, it's been coming back from deep depths of the bear market and still has a ways to go before it hits all-time highs again. But this is another one of those projects that just checks the logical box of incoming investors. You can picture someone wanting the big returns of crypto, but not the chaos of meme coins or speculative projects. Projects like Rweave or Render are where those investors go that want the return, but also want the security of being able to rely on the tech behind the coin, like the actual business behind the coin. Another place that investors will absolutely go is this next trend. And unlike the other trends, this one has a much more direct and easy to understand use case, and arguably a way wider appeal. It's proven. It's gaming. The gaming industry does nearly $400 billion in sales annually. That is so insanely large. To put that in perspective, I used to own a large moving company. The entire market size, like the sales for the whole moving industry, is only $18.5 billion annually. That's more than 20 times smaller than gaming. So the gaming industry is proven and absolutely massive. But crypto gaming, by contrast, it's still super small. It's tiny. There's still so much room to grow. If a bull run hits, this trend will pop off. The question is, though, which coins will pop off most within the gaming trend? I mean, you'd be a fool to sleep on Immutable, but that one's talked about all over the place. You've probably heard of that one before. My strategy here is to look at slightly smaller projects who give you exposure to a compelling library of games that looks like it could draw in investors. For me, a project like Ronin, that fits the bill. Ronin is a blockchain built specifically for crypto gaming. And the reason I like taking this broader approach is it's really hard to tell which individual game will pop off within crypto gaming. It's much easier to tell which tools or which platforms will do well in the next bull market. It's no different than the regular video game industry. We can be fairly confident that like Steam or Unreal Engine is going to do well in the coming years, helping video games do well. It's just one of those classic scenarios where it's like, sell the shovels. That's it, sell the tools. Games are hard to make. There will be tools that are needed to make the games. It's just a safer bet. Now, another gaming project that has tools that other projects can utilize, as well as their own games, is Echelon Prime. People seem to like their games, and their prices slumped a bit in the last couple of months. So it could be just the right time to hop in and seize the dip if you see the future in this project. That's all for today. Subscribe if you made it this far. Love you. Goodbye.